motion for mistrial by the defense, number 2. If you happen to miss day 29 in the Karen Reed trial, once again, this trial is making history and not for any reason any of us want it to. In summary, Dr. Wolf was asked about road rash causing holes in Rescue Randy's sweatshirt. In recross, Brennan holds up the sweatshirt in the plastic box, asking Dr. Wolf, are these holes in the back of John O'Keefe's sweatshirt? To which Dr. Wolf said, yes, that appears to be holes in the back of his sweatshirt. Problem is, those holes were made by criminalist Harnett. Let me let Alessi describe this for you.
Your Honor, the defense moves for a mistrial with prejudice based upon intentional misconduct that just occurred before the court and for the jury.
In response, Hank gets up and says this.
Your Honor, my brief review of the lab paperwork and looking at the hoodie, it appears that I made a mistake.
But then he does this. That was a very long stare across the room to the O'Keefes. Bev denied the mistrial, no shock there. But Alessi finally said what's on all of our minds.
Your Honor, at some point, this has to come to an end. At some point, Ms. Reed's rights have to be protected. At some point, confidence in the judicial system, the public's confidence in the judicial system, that prosecutors will conduct themselves with their duty to present a fair trial. That has to be enforced at some point for Ms. Reed to receive the fair trial that she and every other defendant in this Commonwealth is entitled to.
A curative instruction will be given to the jury, which means Bev will stand up and say, hey, remember this? Don't remember that. Lots of bad choices to talk about tonight. 8 o'clock p.m. Join me live. Let's get into it.